Welcome to the 100-mile wilderness. Just got in. So I'm going to take about 5 days to get through. So that means I'll be doing about 20 a day. And then on the other side, there is the A-Ball. I think there's a campground and a place to resupply. So I'm going to resupply there for the next couple days to get to Katahdin. So it's 10 miles from there to, somehow I lucked out and got a campsite at the Katahdin Stream Campground, which is just across from I think it's called Birch's Campground, where it's first come, first serve. So luckily I have a for sure campsite for 2 nights. So that gives me a little bit of wiggle room with my summit date. But I feel like I'm going to be summiting on September 15th. So it's getting close, guys. And until then, I'm going to enjoy the 100-mile. I've heard so many great things about this area. It's easier hiking, as you can see. And Katahdin will be a little bit of a challenge. But from what I've heard, it's comparable to what we did in the Whites. So really excited. Also wanted to give a shout out to Shaw's Hiker Hostel, which was so amazing. It's kind of like the legendary place to stay at the end. Saw a lot of hiker friends, including Shooter, Hello, and a lot of people I haven't seen in a while, so everybody was there. And they had a great place. They had wonderful breakfast, an amazing gear shop, and okay, don't want to fall. And great accommodations, so bunks, private rooms, that whole thing. So yeah, shout out to Shaw's. Highly recommend staying there if you find yourself in Monson. And they dropped us off this morning, and one of the owners, named Poet, he's hiked the trail, gave us a little send-off, and I got a little teary-eyed. So yeah, it was a really great stay with my hiker friends. Hearing about this plane crash. I think it happened, I can't remember, 70s or 80s, but everybody walked away, luckily, alive. But wow, this is literally the trails right there. Right off the trail. Well, it's a little wet today, but we have this view. We're sliding everywhere. And that's me. All the way down. Pretty slippery. All right, we have a ford. This one looks extremely mild and shallow, so thumbs up. Well, this is supposed to be easier terrain, and big picture it is, but we still have this stuff to do. Steep and slippery. All right, it's been raining all night, and now we get this again. I have a feeling it might be like this through the rest of the 100-mile wilderness, unfortunately, but hopefully Katahdin will be clear. All right, we're on White Cap Mountain, and apparently you can see Katahdin from here, but we're not gonna get that view today. Another wet morning. Of course, the rain started right when I was about to pack my tent. And I thought I would make some pretty good miles today. We'll see, I might still, but we do have this on our hands, which really kind of cuts into the miles. So hopefully I can do more than 22 today. I hope 25, we'll see. It's flat, so that's good. It's just extremely slippery in this mud. And I don't think rain is in sight, but T-minus 3 days until we're summiting Katahdin, rain or no. Gonna darken my tent, but getting ready to go. Everything is wet. It rained pretty good last night, and it's just been raining every single day. At least we got one good day in the 100-mile wilderness, but yeah, it's honestly a little disappointing. Apparently a hurricane is supposed to be coming in the day after I summit, so I'm hoping that doesn't come in early. And luckily the weather is somewhat looking okay for the day summit. I think it's supposed to be cloudy, so I might not get a view, but if it's dry at this point, that's all I want. Because it's been so wet. It's just like everything, all of my gear is wet. So I don't know, hopefully things will look up today and tomorrow, but I had a tough time yesterday. It's just, the trail is completely muddy. It's very slippery. There's so many roots. Luckily I didn't fall yesterday, but and I didn't see pretty much like any through hikers yesterday, but I did, when I was kind of at a low for the day, met this couple who was hiking, a local couple, and I was like, we were just talking, and I mentioned that I was kind of like low on food, so they gave me an apple and some nuts. So they actually brightened up my day. Sometimes that's all it takes. So I was having trouble yesterday. Hopefully today won't be as bad, but we'll see. I'm only doing 20 miles today. I did like 21 yesterday, and then that'll leave 3 miles to get into Able Bridge, where apparently you can see Katahdin. Apparently at my campsite here, you are supposed to see Katahdin, but it's all sucked in. So I have a feeling I won't see Katahdin until I'm on top of Katahdin or just like climbing her. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but almost done. Be done in a couple days, and I just have to get through the mud for the next, 48 hours, and then it'll be the home stretch. one last night, but on a good note, we're heading into Abel Bridge today. I have about another mile, and Abel Bridge signifies the end of the 100-mile wilderness, and then it's the approach to Katahdin. So I'll have 10 miles to get to the campsite, Katahdin Stream, where I have some friends joining me. And then it's on to Katahdin, and it's 5 miles up, 5 miles down. So 5 miles up, and that's it. So yeah, I'm really happy, excited. Yesterday was a little bit better than the day before. 100-mile wilderness has been challenging just because it's been so muddy and slippery and rainy. But I think the reward is coming because it's clear today. Oh, I'm not sure what's going on there, but it's clear day, at least for now. So I think I'll be able to finally see Mt Katahdin at Abel Bridge. All right, guys, first glimpse of Katahdin this whole trip. Got my resupply and headed to the campground. Okay, so apparently it's a beautiful trail pretty much until Katahdin Stream Campground, so I'm very excited. This is wonderful. Not as much mud. And I'm feeling pretty great. So I'm gonna take it easy for the rest of the day. Make a nice dinner, have dessert, and prepare probably for an early morning tomorrow to summit Katahdin. Here's our site, Katahdin Stream Campground. I'm the first one here. I have 5 hiker friends coming to join me. Here's all my stuff drying out. I'm drying out stuff over there too, where the sun is. Yeah, all my stuff in my tent. I have my little celebratory hard seltzer for the top. I might drink some of it tonight and then put some in like an empty Gatorade bottle for a little bit at the top. I'm not going to drink a lot at the top because I need to get down. Just maybe a couple sips even. I also have a maple whoopie pie I'm going to eat to celebrate at the top. And then I got this at the ranger station, and my finishing number is 737 from, let's see, what did I start at? I started at 2,478. Pretty good. So originally I was planning on going up and back on the Hunt Trail, which is directly from this campground, but I've heard from hikers that Abel is shorter and easier. They're still scrambling, but I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna bring all of my stuff up to the top with me. There is a lean-to or shelter here where you could store your stuff if you're going to do an out and back, but I think I'm just going to take everything to the top and then I can decide from there. All right, we're hiking up Katahdin early for sunrise. You can see it back there. guys, one more mile. Ooh. Oh, there's Sonic. He's up there. Oh my god, it's clear. Oh. That's where we're going. Wow. There it is. Oh my god, almost there.
First of all.
Okay.
It's a little step for you.
Now, what do people, I might just stand.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, okay.
How does it feel?
It feels good. Oh, we got a view. Okay.
Click, click, click. You guys. Smile. One more. 2, 1. Got it.
Have a maple whoopie pie to celebrate. All right, we're gonna do the knife's edge, going down. Ooh, this was intense. Going down, and going up. Like legit bouldering, rock climbing. There's what we just did. Intense. But pretty views. Alright guys, if you can't tell, I'm back at home. You can hear road noises down there. But I didn't, since it was so crowded on Katahdin and it was a little bit of a whirlwind at the end, I didn't really get to like explain exactly what happened. So just kind of afterwards. So hiked up Katahdin obviously with a hiker that I literally met like the day before. And he was really great. We both wanted to summit early because we knew that the hurricane was coming in the next day and a lot of hikers were pushing forward and we didn't want it to be super crowded on the top when we arrived. So I summited a little bit after because he was really fast, Sonic. And so he was the one like taking videos and photos of me at the top. And we were the only two up there for probably at least an hour. So it was really nice to have alone time at the top and to have a photographer. So I took photos of him, he took photos of me, so it was great the way that it all happened. Obviously we got the view, which was so nice after really bad weather in the 100-mile wilderness. So it was so beautiful up top. I was very thankful and grateful. I did not sob like I thought. I'm still kind of numb, I think. I think it'll take a while. It usually does for me to process everything. So I did cry last night though, just full disclosure. So it'll take a while to process. But so then I decided to go down the knife's edge with my friend Hello and Sheepdog. And so I wasn't planning on doing that, actually. I was planning, like you guys know, I explained I was planning to go down a different route. But since it was such a beautiful day and, you know, wanting to go out with a bang, I decided to go down the knife's edge. And then Hello's mother and her mother's best friend picked us up and drove us into town and to Millinocket. And we met all of our hiker friends at the local McDonald's. So that's kind of where we had our little hiker trash party. Unfortunately, I don't have any video of that, but I have a photo, so maybe I'll throw it up. But yeah, it was really fun to just connect with everybody and congratulate everybody. I saw most of them on the top anyway, but it was fun to like go into town and see all of my hiker friends before we all had to leave. So I think, yeah, that was pretty much it. And then the hurricane came in the next day. Luckily, I made it to the airport, stayed overnight while the hurricane blew through, and then I made it home on time. So here I am, back to work and all that stuff. You can probably tell I have a little bit of makeup on, but it's a little bit weird. But I am happy to be home. It's sunny out here. The first stop when I was home was the beach. It was a beautiful day, San Clemente. So I'm really happy to be home. I am also, like, in a weird way missing the trail. It's a weird mix of emotions and I'm still processing, like I said, but I wanted to thank you guys for following along on my AT journey, or if you've been following longer, Triple Crown journey. So I always say this isn't the end. I don't think I'm ever going to stop hiking. I'd like to hike every year, some sort of, not even really long distance anymore, meaning like over 2,000 miles. I don't know if I'd be inclined to do that anytime soon. But next year, I think I'm going to go international and do not a long trail. I think I'm going to take a break from long trails next year, but I'm still going to be having adventures and maybe the Camino, guys. We'll see. I'm talking with one of my friends about that. So I definitely am thinking about going international next year. And I'm addressing this because a lot of people ask me, like, what's next? That's like the question you get most often when you finish a long distance hike. What's next? What's next? So that's what's next for me. And also next year in 2024, I plan to do longer sections, not longer, but just sections of the PCT and or CDT, and also do Trail Magic at the same time. So I think that'd be really fun. And the year after, in 2025, I would like to do the Arizona Trail or the Hayduke Trail. So that's kind of what's on my mind right now as far as what's in the future for me. So stay tuned for all of that. And I'm also, of course, going to be hitting my little ceramic studio soon, making ceramics for this season, inspired by the AT, the CDT, the PCT. I have some cool ones in mind for the AT inspired pieces. So anyway, if you want to follow along, I would love to still see you on here. And of course, I'll be having future adventures too. So if there are any videos that you want to see, like after the Triple Crown type videos, like gear and that sort of thing, leave a comment below. I do still plan on doing videos, just kind of about tips on backpacking, all things backpacking. So if you guys want anything in particular for me to address, leave it in the comments. I read every single comment. So I'd love to see you drop in the comments. And again, thank you so much for following along. It's been quite the adventure for the past 4 years. And I'm proud of myself. I was hoping to be done with the Triple Crown by the time I'm 40 and I'm 37. So I beat my goal and the stars just aligned for that to actually happen. So I'm so grateful, thankful, destroyed, reborn, all the things from this adventure. So I really appreciate you guys following along, and I will see you during future adventures.